Hello Vlogalogue. So I'm sure there's an interesting conversation to be had about the difference between a personal issue and a social issue and a public problem. Where that line lies between this is mine as Niall Bird's issue, or this is mine as a member of this cultural group, or as a British national, or whatever, then it becomes my problem. When do people transcend from being, hi, I'm, Niall, and I'm a few pounds overweight, to England has a national obesity crisis? But I'm not really interested in that conversation. I'm firmly in the camp that the majority of health-related things tend to be, personal issues. Personal health and hygiene is just that. It's personal health and hygiene. Like, you've got, tuberculosis. Maybe don't cough on people, but you got fat. Well, it's not contagious. Therefore, you go right ahead with whatever you want to do. But here's the conversation that I just want to briefly go off the handle ever so slightly about. The idea that a conversation between this conversation of, well, obesity is a national health crisis, so do we make it a national health problem, and the argument about vaccinating your kids, okay? You should vaccinate your kids. The idea that you shouldn't because it causes autism is fucking stupid. Okay, there's no other way to put it. It's stupid and it's dangerous, and you're endangering not only your child's life but the lives of the children all around your child and your life. From what I can gather, this idea that vaccine causes autism comes from one study from 1998 with, I think it had 12 kids in, and everybody who had anything to do with that study has gone, oh, we kind of fucked up. The only guy that still is behind the findings of the study was found to have lied about the findings of the study. Since then, a shit ton of medical research has been done to debunk the idea that autism is caused by vaccines. I mean so much, because it's been at the forefront of people's minds, but people just will not listen, and because people don't listen, kids die of diseases that we got rid of 100 years ago. That's probably an over-exaggeration, but close to it. Diseases that we have killed in this century come back and kill children. Why? Because their parents are fucking stupid. That's why. It's not fair. There is a line, between, ooh, maybe don't give them that second McDonald's meal, and plain old-fashioned just killing a child because you're an idiot, okay? There is a definite line there. Kevin said something along the lines of, and I'm probably paraphrasing massively here, rather than shaming people, we should educate them. Education has not worked, and we're not talking about eat 5 fruits and vegetables a day, because then you won't be fat, even though, they just make up those guidelines. I don't know if you know. And speaking of that, did you know that the health guidelines in America are not set by, the Department for Health or whatever you guys have? They're set by the Department of Agriculture? And surely the Department of Agriculture's interest is in, making sure that you eat agricultural products from America. God, that went off the sides quick. I'm all about the conspiracy theories today. So, at this point, I am quite fine to shame, browbeat, or legally force people to vaccinate their fucking kids. Okay? It's... And the worst part about people who don't vaccinate their kids is that there's a principle of herd immunity. If you haven't heard of it, it's the basic principle that, if more people are immunized against the disease, then less people catch it, even if they themselves aren't immunized. In a lot of research, you'll find a marker of herd immunity of somewhere between 5 to 2% of the population not being immunized before herd immunity is compromised, although those figures vary. But regardless of how much the figures vary, right, if you have a perfectly healthy child, vaccinate him against diseases that may kill him or her. Because there are some members of our society who you still have a responsibility to, you paranoid conspiracy prick, that might die because you didn't vaccinate your kid. Babies can't be vaccinated because they're eeny and beeny and it might kill them. old people can't be vaccinated because they're old and brittle and it might kill them. Immunocompromised people can't get vaccinated because it doesn't vaccinate them, it just poisons them. As well as a series of other medical disorders can't get vaccines. So if you have a perfectly healthy child and you're stopping them from getting vaccinated, not only might you possibly be killing them, but you're also killing a complete stranger as well. In conclusion, to pretend that the anti-vaccine people have a foot to stand on and that it's comparable to the conversation that needs to be had about obesity is kind of insulting, and it really pisses me off. And can we stop pretending that just because stupid people have a voice, that their voice is legitimate? Because it's not, I guess, is my point. It's just not. I get the point of, some things aren't black and white, some things are grey, and then everybody's voice is valid because nobody is right. But anti-vaccine people, they're wrong, they're stupid, and they're killing people. So at what point do we draw the line between valuing somebody's opinion and just getting shit done and making sure people don't die?